Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the replay for those of you joining. Let me turn this around. Hello. All right. Today is actually going to be a fast scope for those of you who have not seen me before. My name is Joe. I made a 1-year commitment to get on Periscope every single day and share daily doses of dopamine through education, entertainment, and inspiration. Welcome, Chris. Today was one of those days where the universe asked me, are you serious about that commitment? I have had everything that could go wrong, and I'm still here. So it's going to be quick. My internet is down. My phone does not seem to want to keep a signal. I forgot my little tripod, and it's been a long day. So today is actually going to be a review and preview day. I'm going to review what I went through yesterday and then give you a little preview of what's going to happen tomorrow. What does your thirst say? I need to drink more water. Okay, so the lighting in here is awful. Anyway, this is a series on, shirt say. It says, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. I got this from a Tony Robbins event. Awesome event. Sounds like a complaint. Yes. I've already complained several times today. I have to start over again tomorrow. Are you not using the memory skills that you teach, Dr. Joe? Chris, what are you saying? Oh, I'm not sure. But anyway, brain rules. Love the shirt. Thank you. We're going through 12 brain rules by Dr. John Medina from his awesome book, Brain Rules. And I'm talking about how you can apply them as a student to learn faster and as a teacher to teach more effectively. It's going to be like a 4 or 5 part series. Yesterday I went through parts 1 through 3. Love the index cards, thank you. Let me adjust this a bit. Let me go through these quickly, the first 3, and then give you a preview for tomorrow. So rule number 1, exercise boosts brain power. Exercise boosts brain power. Couple of ideas. For a student, think about exercising 30 minutes a day. 2 to 3 times a week. Just making jokes, and you forgot a lot about stuff today. Yes, thank you. Really, I got up at, anyway. So let me just quickly tell you, I start Tuesdays, I teach at 8 a.m. from 8 to 9:30, and then I have labs straight from 9:30 to 5:20 with a couple 10-minute breaks. And then Tuesdays, my wife's night out, so I'm in charge of my daughter. So I have been going from pretty much 7:30 this morning until 9:45 today. But I'm here to do my commitment and show you some great information. Couple things. So, exercise boosts brain power. For students, think about getting 30 minutes of aerobic exercise 2 to 3 times a week. And here's something I didn't share yesterday. If you have the time right before a quiz or exam, think about getting some aerobic exercise, going for a walk, spending some time outdoors, relaxing. But if you can get some kind of aerobic exercise, it increases blood flow to the brain. Oh, you're so welcome. Increases blood flow to the brain, which is definitely going to help you in any kind of test-taking situation. Rule number 2 was the human mind evolved to. What I talked about here is we have 3 brains in one. We have a lizard brain, which is the brainstem and cerebellum. We have the limbic system, also called the mammal brain, and the human brain. And what I touched on yesterday was anytime we feel negative emotions, especially fear, anxiety, stress, or threat, our prefrontal cortex literally shuts down. Our higher order thinking skills go out the window. We drop into an instinctual freeze, fight, or flight response, and learning is virtually impossible. So as a student, never work when you're feeling stressed or anxious. Your time is better spent getting into an optimal state. If I was a student and I was taking a 3-hour exam and I was feeling stressed and anxious, I would spend 10 or 15 minutes trying to make sure I got into an optimal brainwave state, optimal mental state before I tried to start my exam. As a teacher, think about creating a welcome and inviting environment. Phone call. Are you still here? Give me a couple hearts. Somebody say yes, still here. Okay, I see hearts going. So think about purposely creating home court advantage. I think about creating a welcome and inviting environment for my students. Rule number 3 was every brain is wired differently. What I talked about here is everybody learns differently. Nobody learns exactly the same way. As a student, think about spending some time thinking about how you learn best. Thank you for recapping, Lucila. Think about spending the time to learn how you learn best. You have spent hundreds or thousands of hours studying other subjects, studying different topics. How much time have you spent learning how you learn best? As a teacher, oh, awesome, Lucila, welcome. As a teacher, think about the fact that no two people learn the same way. I'm constantly thinking about presenting material in multiple ways using different teaching modalities. 3 main ones: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Constantly thinking about applying different kinds of learning strategies to my students, teaching to my students, and always thinking about teaching the same content different ways. So what I'm going to talk about in detail tomorrow is the next 3 brain rules. Again, we're talking about Brain Rules by Dr. John Medina. My name is Dr. Joe McCullough. I'm the physics program chair at Cabrillo College in Santa Cruz, California. And we're now in the middle of my 1-year challenge to get on Periscope every single day for a year. Just spilled water. Today is day 41. I think my wife just got home. I'm going to have to wrap this up. Okay, thoughts on Baroque music to temporarily increase IQ. There have been lots of studies that show that Baroque music helps to get your brain in the optimal brainwave state, which is alpha state. And I lead all of my students through a quick relaxation process before every quiz or celebration designed to get them into alpha state. He just spilled water. It's great. Okay, so rule number 4, and we're going to talk about these in detail tomorrow. People don't pay attention to boring things. A couple things we're going to think about. No multitasking. It does not exist. I'm going to talk about the 10-minute rule. If you're a teacher, you have 10 minutes to maintain your students' attention. After that, it starts to wander. And we're also going to talk about emotionally charged events. They are the best remembered events. Anytime that you can get your students' attention doing some kind of emotionally charged event, it's going to be remembered. Rule 5. Repeat to remember. This is all about short-term memory. We're going to talk about spaced learning, which I call spaced repetition. We're going to talk about state-dependent learning and also elaborately encoding memories. Repetition, yes. And then rule number 6 is the same as rule number 5. It's repeat to remember, but this time we're thinking about long-term memory as opposed to short-term memory. We're going to talk about consolidation, how short-term memory gets consolidated into long-term memory, and the fact that memories are pliable. Memories are not actually stored in stone as you would think they would. They're constantly being reshaped, and as a teacher, it's important to remember that fact. Okay, so my wife is home. It is almost 10 o'clock. I kept my commitment to get on here tonight, even though everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Neuroplasticity, yes. And there's a great, great book on neuroplasticity called The Brain That Changes Itself by Norman Doidge, D-O-I-D-G-E. Great book. I highly recommend. So tomorrow I will talk about rules 4, 5, and 6 in more detail. What class do I teach? I teach college physics in Santa Cruz, California at Cabrillo College. It's a community college, awesome community college. I love it. Okay, love it. Thanks again. If you enjoyed this, please swipe from left to right on an iPhone, straight up on an Android. Hit follow and also share with your followers. And I got an awesome website. I haven't promoted it before, but joemccullough.com. It's all about accelerated learning and life skills. I have a weekly video blog, and I'm archiving a lot of these videos. And in fact, they're all archived on YouTube. So anyway, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. My name is Joe. Thank you for joining. Boop. Oh, didn't go off.